We did it!
Thank goodness. It's really over now.
Yep, this time it's all over. It seems this is more like a beginning for us, though.
Well, now we've got no regrets for tomorrow.
I didn't have to use the world this time. Oh, maybe I do. There's the world. I don't know.
How marvelous. You have driven back a godly being and brought about a new world. This will be the last time we summon you here.
Soon, the fog will lift, and our destination will be visible. We will be arriving shortly.
This journey was a fruitful one, worthy of marking a turning point in your destiny. Many a time along the way did the fog of lies prevent you from moving forth. Yet in every instance, you overcame the temptation of easy exits and false terminals.
I did have a little help with that one, though.
In
Gotta tell
forging
you.
bonds with those precious to you, you move closer to the truth, one step at a time. And my heart danced with delight to see you succeed. I am most honored to have borne witness to such a wondrous journey.
Our destination is close at hand now.
Well then, we have finally come to your journey's true end. Our contract has been fulfilled. My own duties end here as well. You were truly a remarkable guest.
Not as good as Akira, though.
Now, go forth and see with your own eyes. See the world you have won, the bright, magnificent future.
It's very yellow. Golden, you might say.
The fog is all gone.
Wow.
It's nice. It
Is
feels
that the
kinda
TV world?
nostalgic.
I know this place, this scenery. A long, long time ago, everywhere in this world used to look like this.
Wow, I would have never guessed. It is beautiful.
So this is the world inside people's hearts. It feels nice. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. This won't be like Persona 3 where there's an expansion where we have to do it again. Yay!
Yo. Well, this is it.
You really are leaving, huh? It hasn't really hit me yet.
No more senpai from tomorrow on.
Hey, quit crying. It's way too soon for that.
But...
Oh, get over it, Rise.
Sheesh. That stuff's kind of contagious, you know? We gotta put on a good face for Senpai.
Big bro?
Hey, Nanako.
I don't want you to go away.
It's okay, I'll be back in a few months.
Didn't you promise that you wouldn't?
Well, Rise already ruined that.
Building a case against Adachi is going pretty smoothly. After all, he's made a full confession to his crimes. There haven't been any more incidents since then. Inaba's finally back to its normal, peaceful self. And Nanako's better now too. I couldn't ask for anything more. Thanks for everything.
You're welcome. Thank you for finally thanking me.
To me, you're just as much a part of this family as Nanako. I'm really glad you came to stay with us.
That does beg the question a little bit. If I hadn't come, what would have happened? Would Inaba not have broken out into all that without the third part, or would they have just found someone else?
That's why I'm going back over there. To make sure it never goes wrong again. I'm going to protect that world from now on. I can finally be proud and say, that world is where I belong.
Man, Senpai. This town's gonna feel empty without you.
How cruel! Were you even listening?
We can see you anytime we want, you dork.
Oh, like, you'll be gone long. Soon as you start craving something like ice cream, you'll be back in a flash.
Come on, my honeys. Bluffing that way isn't very cute, you know.
You're just gonna be going in and out of the TV at Junes. How's that different from what you've been doing?
Poor Toad was like, what?
I can't quite decide what to do. At first, I only planned on staying here until the case was completely closed. Maybe I should stick to my original plan and take the train back with you, Senpai. Kidding, of course. I couldn't do something like that. It's not as though we'll never see each other again. Feel free to call me anytime, even if there isn't a case to solve.
I don't feel like saying goodbye either. Hey, you got any plans during the long holiday in May? If you're free, come over and visit.
Oh, I'll be back in May.
With no mysteries to solve, we can have some real fun.
I'll make reservations now so that we can stay at my family's inn.
Ooh, I can get my revenge for that night. Our surprise sneak attack will work for sure.
Do they even know about that? No, they don't.
Don't bring that up, you stupid bear! Hey, what happened to going back to that world?
That has nothing to do with this. It's entirely different.
It's almost time. You better get on the train.
Come back anytime you want. We can eat ramen again.
Me and Daisuke will definitely come crash at your
I was
place.
wondering where they
someday.
were.
As soon as I can look out for myself, I'll go see you.
You better. We'd be lonely without you.
Well, see ya.
Good luck over there, too.
If anything happens on your end, we'll come running.
Until we meet again, Senpai.
Senpai, I'll be waiting for you.
See ya. Take care.
I'll be looking forward to seeing you again.
Well, be careful.
I'll see you, Big Bro. Bye-bye. Thank you for everything. Stay well until we meet again someday.
You'll always be my sensei forever!
Please don't forget
better not run away too, Senpai!
I'll always remember our time together!
Distance doesn't matter to us! Even if we're separated, we're still friends!
Take care! I'll miss you!
Kanji is tall. Wow. Oh. Thought this was going to be credits. Ah, it is credits. Okay. Wow. That true ending was a pain to get to and a pain to get through. But I'm glad I got to it before I got to level 77. At 77, I saw that Rise gets this power that makes grinding really, really easy. And I kind of feel like I beat it legitimately, because I beat it without getting that far. I didn't get to such a level that was just a joke at the end. Overall, impressions of the game, this game is really, really good. The question that, of course, has to be answered is whether this is better than Persona 3. And that is a very, very difficult question to answer. I would ultimately have to say Persona 3 is the better game, but Persona 4 is the better execution. I almost want to say that Persona 3 is like Hamlet, and Persona 4 is like, say, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is incredibly well put together and a thorough joy to read. It's just fantastically put together. But at the end of the day, it doesn't have as much to say as Hamlet does. If you can get through Hamlet and you can understand Hamlet and you know, really research and get to really know Hamlet, then Hamlet has a lot more to say than Game of Thrones does. Game of Thrones is just very, very... is masterfully crafted, but you know, it's a masterfully crafted, you know, book as opposed to a masterpiece. So that's why Persona 3 really, really, you know, the thing that I loved about it is that it kind of gave real consequence and told a very, very realistic and meaningful story. Persona 4 was just a lot of fun to play. The things that Persona 4 did right, though, and I say that Persona 4 is better executed, Persona 4 made a lot of changes, and I agree with almost every last one of them. You know, they got rid of the crazy little gift things for girlfriends. They made it easier, you know, they made girlfriend social links less annoying to try and level up. The characterization in Persona 4 was fantastic. I mean, in Persona 3, I knew who I was using. You know, I basically, from the time I got my final 4, I stayed with them the entire game. Persona 4, I was changing, like, every new character, it seemed like. Naruto was the only one I didn't pick up, and even people were mad at me for that. So, the characterization was fantastic. There was not a single person I didn't care about in Persona 4. They were all beautifully, beautifully put together. Whereas Persona 3, honestly, there were some characters I just didn't care about. You know, Fuka, Ken, a lot of the social links, I was just like, whatever. But they were all interesting in 4. The characterization was masterfully done in 4. You know, school year, I loved the fact the questions that they asked were not things they had just told us. It really made me pay attention and actually rewarded me for knowing stuff. And it just, I mean, also, it seemed less of a drag. You know, Tartarus in 3, it was just like 256 floors of practically the exact same thing. The different dungeons, their different layouts and designs, and the game flowed a lot better. The problems Persona 4 has, there's 2 of them, and they're big ones. There were almost 3. They solved number 3 right at the bitter end. The first one, I talked about this in the Let's Play itself, the pacing of the game. Although I like the pacing, the pace of the game was good, the fact that you basically had X days to beat the boss was a terrible, terrible decision over 3. 3, you had X days to prepare for the boss, but the boss would hit at this certain day, and it created tension. And the whole time you were just sitting there and you were like, you know, the boss is coming, boss is coming, boss is coming. Here, you beat the boss, and then you got a week and a half where you're like, okay, well, end of every day, you have to wait for Kanji to recover. And that was the other thing. At the end of every day, it reminded you where he was going, and I'm sitting here playing, and I'm like, I know, I'm aware of the plot. I know what's going on, game, thank you. But, so the pacing was problematic. I don't know how they could have kept the pacing the same, but I kind of wish they had found a way to. Because that was unfortunate, the way it was. Because it did. They're just something like, okay, well, now I just gotta wait for something to happen. I've already done it, but we can half-ass the pass first. Second problem it had, in Persona 3, the wild card was explained in a big pivotal part of the game. You know, okay, I was like, why is Teddy grayed out? You know, the reason that you had the wild card, certain people could summon Personas. That part wasn't unusual. Persona 4 made it kind of a special thing to be able to summon a Persona, but wild card was really special. And the reason Akiro could use wild card is because he had Pharos living inside him. And Pharos is the, principal avatar of change. So he was able to switch his mental state between several different feuds at a time. And that's why Wildcard came from. Persona 4, Wildcard is just sort of given to you randomly and never talked about again. You know? They almost did that with, being able to summon Persona at all. But at the end they did explain that one. But still, it annoyed me that Wildcard... Because Wildcard, I consider way more of Ryoji's savior than Izanagi is. But it's barely even talked about in the game. You get it, and then they kind of, no one talks about it anymore. So that's unfortunate. That's too bad. But yeah, that is amazing. Overall impression of the game, I really, really like this game. Please do not, take me pointing out its faults as to say I didn't like it. I absolutely adore this game. I'm so glad I got to play it with you all. It's probably going to be like Persona 3. Persona 3, I went back and I've been playing, the second playthrough and doing a bunch of stuff with it. I bet I'll be doing that with 4 as well. And I'm so glad I did that with 3. That saved me. The only reason I knew how to make Nord, if that's his name, the Ultimate Fortune guy, that frankly his, Invigorate 3 was what got me through that last dungeon. But the only reason I knew how to make him is because it's the exact same way you make him in 3. So that was awesome. Whew. Epilogue.
He's really gone.
It's sad that he won't be around, but we'll be okay, right, guys?
Doesn't matter how far apart we are. The bonds we've made will remain strong. Everyone's heart is connected to the people they know and trust. It's those bonds that let us all search for our purpose in life. As long as it's a purpose you believe in, there will always be someone who can help you fulfill it. You, me, and everyone else. There are no barriers.
Yukiko looks sad, or kind of annoyed.
Our hearts are one. Right, Sensei?
You're right, Teddy. High five. Finn. Save news cycle data. Yes. So yeah, I'm not going to overwrite that. Guess I want to go in there and mess around some, so I'll use that one, because I certainly don't need to go back to there. Okay, so I will be ending the episode here. Thank you all very much for tuning in to Let's Play Persona 4 Blind. We did successfully beat the game, and we beat the last boss on our first try. So that does, of course, bring up the question of where am I going next? What's my next Let's Play? And to be quite honest, I don't entirely know. So let me know. What would you guys like to see me play? The options that I have ready to go right now, I do have Persona 1 if I want to go back and play that. Persona 1's a very weird and very different game, but I wouldn't mind, after 3 and 4, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I also do have Shin Megumi 3 Nocturne, just to see how the, two series are different. Other than that, though, hey, let me know. I have a PS2, I have a PS3, and I have a Wii. If there's some game you want to see me play, put it in comments. I will probably not do a Let's Play if it's a game I've actually played before. I do really, really enjoy playing blind runs. Because, well, whenever I do a Let's Play on a game I've played before, I feel like I need to be an expert at that game and show you every single last facet to it. And frankly, I don't know any games that well, But a blind run, I can just be myself, and hey... So, again, thank you very much for tuning in and spending this time with me. I will always appreciate it, and hey... 3rd game we've beaten. Woohoo! 3rd time's the charm. So, see y'all next run. Bye.